There's a famous NPC in Breath of the Wild, a very angry lady who offers up Link a shrine quest in the game. Well, good news, she is back in Tears of the Kingdom, and is she still as angry as she was, or has she chilled out? Well, today I want to take a closer look at one of the most angry NPCs that we saw in Breath of the Wild, and let you know how we can meet her again in Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Well, given Tears of the Kingdom is a direct sequel to Breath of the Wild, it's not surprising that we see characters return and potentially move on in their journey in the latest installment of the Zelda franchise. Plenty of time has passed since the end of Breath of the Wild, and Nintendo offer up some nice continuity between the games by reintroducing us to some characters. Well, Hyrule is a varied land with lots of people going about their business, and in Tears of the Kingdom there are a number of side adventures where you can get to know these characters, and also there is a lot going on. There's a lot of people to meet. So mushroom-based fashion has taken over Hateno Village. A team of investigators are searching in their underwear because they thought they overheard Zelda wanting them to. And also people have hobbies that they are very, very passionate about. Well, one very passionate NPC in Breath of the Wild, to be honest, borderlining on anger, well, that was Magda. She planted a maze of flowers around the Hyrule shrine, and she was also very, very attentive to their needs. Link has to creep around this maze, making sure he doesn't step on the flowers, because if he does, Magda, well, she gets very, very angry. When Link first speaks to Magda, she says she's pleased with how the ancient shrine looks, and while she welcomes him to look at the flowers, she also warns Link to be careful not to step on them. If Link does step on the flowers before interacting with Magda, she's going to yell at him to stop, and then she explains that she was the one who planted the flowers, and she tells Link to be careful not to cause them harm, because after either of these exchanges, the Watch Out for the Flowers shrine quest begins. Well, the first time Link steps on the flowers, Magda is going to be very angry, saying they are screaming in pain. If Link then disrupts the flowers for a second time, she'll yell at him again to treat them carefully as if they are living beings. If he does so a third time, well, Magda becomes despondent, saying she's told him to stop so many times she's lost count. She simply cannot comprehend how Link does not understand. Suddenly, she shouts in anger before taking off, and while running through her garden, yes, all over the flowers, Magda rants at Link about trespassing before falling on her face, and she then resolves to make Link understand the flowers' rage. And at that point, she attacks Link. So when Magda attacks Link, she removes 3 hearts from Link's health. Her attack will leave Link with a minimum of a quarter of a heart, and if Link has less than 3 hearts when she attacks, she doesn't cause any damage to him, instead knocks him out. Following that, the process of angering Magda starts all over again. After the Hyrule shrine has been activated, Magda does notice there has been a change in colour, believing this to be because it's pleased with her flowers. And when you speak to Magda again, she will ask if Link has been stepping on the flowers recently. Clearly she's just not able to let go. Well, we meet Magda again in Tears of the Kingdom at the end of the Missing Farm Tools side adventure. This is one of the collection of side adventures you'll encounter while working with the Lucky Clover Gazette. We've got 12 to complete for the potential princess sighting side adventure. We have to travel all around the stables of Hyrule. Well, to meet Magda, once again, you want to complete the Missing Farm Tools side adventure. So for this one, head to the wetland stable near Tuckerrock Shrine in the Lanaru wetlands, speak to Pen, and he'll explain Zelda borrowed the farm tools and never gave them back. You then have to speak to Isra, who's going to help you by taking a boat down to the river where the tools are. So you have to build a boat by using Ultra Hand and then escort Ezra down the river. then at the end of the journey, there is a surprise waiting to meet us.
Huh?
또. 아?
아!
아?
아! 아! 아!
아. 어.
아!
아.
와!
에?
마!
아. 어.
Well, poor old Isra there, his eyes are just screaming, "Help me!" Well, Magda says she's been tasked by Zelda to make sure the flower beds are kept in good shape. She takes this job very, very seriously, and Isra will acknowledge that it's for a good cause, and the tools haven't been returned. He's then roped into helping Magda, and the quest comes to an end. Magda certainly seems to have calmed down a lot in Tears of the Kingdom. Perhaps it's due to a newly found responsibility given to her by Zelda. You know, whatever the reason, she's still very, very serious about her flowers, but this time slightly less violent, which, to be honest, is always nice. Magda does keep a lid on her anger in Tears of the Kingdom, even if Link steps on her flowers. Magda even refers to her garden as the best garden in Hyrule, so she is clearly proud of her work. Magda was a memorable character in Breath of the Wild, and even though she was only in the game for a short shrine quest, she certainly left an impression, and it is great to see her back. If you want to see Magda again, I recommend checking out the Missing Farm Tools quest, and to be honest, the whole potential princess sightings is very, very good, but this side adventure really stands out as one of my favourites, mainly due to that reveal of Magda at the end of that quest. Well, let me know in the comments what you think about the returning Magda in Tears of the Kingdom. And that is it for this look at one of the angriest NPCs returning in Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. And as always, thank you so much for watching or listening. For more Tears of the Kingdom content like this, hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to Triforce Times. Or you can check me out on Twitter at Triforce Times. Well, if you enjoyed this video or you found it useful, liking and sharing the video would really help me out. Otherwise, you can check out all the other Zelda videos on the channel. Well, thanks again, and I'll see you soon.